yesterday, uh, fellowship was once again amazing. Oh, amazing. Amazing. Really. You can, if you were not there or didn't get a chance to catch it live online yesterday, you can podcast yesterday's fellowship. It was really, really amazing. We dealt with the old last week biblical question. Is it good to let the world betray you? Is it good to let the world betray you? We dealt with a whole bunch of stuff, and but we didn't touch on on the biblical question. And I want to encourage you. It's up to you, of course, because I do realize that human nature is so evil. Did you know how wicked and evil human nature is? There is no love in it. There's no goodness about it. There's never any well intent about it. It is pure evil, human nature. That's why nothing is working in your own life and in the lives of others around you. It's a battlefield. It is a battlefield. And as I said yesterday, the people and the people who vote for government, the people of the government, all the same. There's no different. It's the same spirit. Wicked hearts. Wicked hearts. The heart must be born again of the Spirit of God, from anger to love. Anger is hatred. Hatred is of the devil. And your heart is of the devil until it changes. And human beings are wicked. Every human being until they are born of the Father. Really. When God said that all who are born of the flesh must be born of the Spirit of the Father, he was not playing, because all who are born of the mother of the flesh are evil. Are evil. And that's what's going on. And that's why you need to get to know yourself. And once you get to see what's going on with you, you will start to overcome unless you reject it. Decide, you know what? No, I don't like this. I don't want to see myself. A lot of people see the health in them, and they respect and see good. And when they didn't see the good, they stopped, not knowing they have to overcome the hell in order for the good to come. And so they stopped working on themselves. They stopped working on themselves. Isn't that amazing? Don't stop, folks. You got to work on yourself, and you can overcome. And you will if you stay with it. You really, 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 really will. And it's going to be amazing. And it's no wonder God said, trust an angry person. Do not trust an angry person. I don't care who it is. I do not. Anger is evil. And you can tell when a person's angry because of their action. You can see it in them once you wake up. And so, the biblical question last week, is it good to let the world betray you? Absolutely. Absolutely. Let the world betray you all the way. And what happens if you don't overreact to it and you're working on yourself from within, it will cause you to overcome the world and stop you from protecting the not you. It will stop you from protecting the not you. It will stop you from protecting the devil. Because if you're going to pay attention to how you act, how you feel, whether you feel good or bad, about what's happening outside of you, inside of others. And you're going to see it's not happening to you because you start to overcome that false self. It's going to be amazing. So, yeah. And last but not least, you would naturally only have faith or believe or know God. You wouldn't put your faith or belief into anything or anyone else. Really, it's going to blow your mind. Husbands wouldn't put their faith into wives. Wives would not put their faith into husbands. You wouldn't put your faith into friendship or family ships or yourself or things, people, places, and things. You'll overcome that when you allow the world to betray you, because in reality, they're portraying the false you, not the real you. And what they're doing to you, they're doing to themselves. They're doing to themselves and not you. It just feels like it's you because you've identified with the spirit of the devil as though it's you in thoughts and feelings. All thoughts, all feelings are lies all the time. But you got to work on yourself. And the last thing, and I understand it, I totally get it. So just suffer and die. But the last thing most people would do and want to do is work on themselves. They don't want you just to even say work on yourself. You can overcome. They love that insane world that's inside of them. They love their insanity. They love their anger. They love their blame. They love their victimhood. Isn't that something? They totally love it. And they would destroy you, try to destroy you if you even suggest that there is a better way. No such thing as racism, sexism, homophobiaism, Islamophobism, deadbeat dadism, Allahu Abbaism, white supremacism, anti-Semitism. No isms. Zero. It's either wrong or it's right. And most people don't want to know that. Look how they fight to hold on to their illusions. They fight to hold on to their illusions, and they dare God or his son Jesus or the Holy Spirit or you or anyone to try to take that away from them. That false identity means everything to them, even though they're still scared and miserable, living in their imagination, thinking, trying to fix life by thinking through it, and it will never work. It's a spiritual battle, folks. So anyway, let the world betray you. It kills, it destroys all of your false ideas about yourself. You're not important. I'm not important. You're not important. Your little title don't mean a thing. It just builds your ego, but it has no good at all. Zero. Zero good. A little title is not going to make you happy. It's not going to bring you peace from within. A false peace temporarily, but it's not real. Isn't that amazing? What a spiritual battle. Get to know yourself, folks. Pay attention to you. Pay attention to you. Don't worry about anybody else. Let them say and do and think whatever they want. That's on them. You got to be, you should, I recommend you become an individual. Think for yourself. Work on you. No man, no woman, no child, no money, no place can repair you but the Spirit of the Father. It comes from within. Amazing fellowship yesterday. And so, for a while now, I've been wondering, and I've asked the question before, how is it that human beings create idol worshipers and they blame you for it? When it doesn't go the way the idol worshiper is not acting the way they want you to act or agreeing with you or whatever. How is it that people would put another person over them as their God. And I now understand what it is. I've been asking and paying attention, and now I know. And so what I realized over the weekend, I was even reflected on the story with Jim Jones. Remember Jim Jones, the guy from up north, I believe Oakland or San Francisco, in that area? He had a follower of people, mostly blacks, and they followed him down to Jonestown, and they said that Jim Jones encouraged them to drink poison, and many of them died from drinking the poison. And so they said that Jim Jones was, these people, they said Jim Jones was their something, either their God, some kind of way. And they were blaming Jim Jones for becoming the people God, right? And so I've been, thinking, but it's the folks, it's the person, it's the people who made Jim Jones their God. You can't blame Jim Jones for that. But it was the people. And they called Jim Jones a cult leader, something like that. So I've been wondering, how does that happen? Because growing up, we would always, well, I was, and others that I know, told never to put another human being over you. And so I just never have done it. I've learned a lot from other human beings along the path. Even as a kid, I would always ask questions, right? But I've learned a lot from smart people, dumb people, wise people, people that's not wise, intellectual people who think that they're wise. I've learned a lot, but never put anyone over me. I've just always seen them, even the older people I met that was wise, I saw them as being wise and I appreciated them, so I listened. But still, I saw them just as a person, a human being. Thank God, right? So I've never put anyone over me. Yeah, I work with people, I get along, I have fun with, whatever, right? But not put them over me. And so I've been wondering, how does that happen? And I wouldn't want to be the head of anyone because people are a mess. Who want to be dealing with that? And that's why I'm always, what we do is point people back to the real source, and that is God in them, and let God lead them. Right? I'm always trying to do that. Now, I know that sometimes people get in their head and they make you their God, and you don't even know it. Right? And then they blame you for it. But I know what it is now. And it's so nice to know what it is now that causes that to happen. It caused it to happen. I know what it is. And so my brand new biblical question for this week. Brand new biblical question for this week. A brand new question. Isn't that amazing? The brand new biblical question for this week. And it's a doozy. All human beings are idol worshipers. All human beings are idol worshipers. Why? I want to see what you think about that. Why? All human beings are idol worshipers. I want to know why. I know why now, but I want you to know that you know that you know that you know that you know. And did you know that you were an idol worshiper? All, not one, but all human beings are idol worshipers. Isn't that amazing? So the question is why? That's the biblical question for this week. Why?